Thank you. Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone, and a very warm welcome to all of you gathered here for the Departmental Degree Distribution Program of the 63rd Convocation of the Department of Management Studies, IIT Madras. It is with immense pleasure that we welcome our Chief Guest, Shri Ram Kumar Narayanan, the Chief Executive Vice President and the Head of India and the Philippines, FIS Global, to the 63rd Convocation. I now request Professor Sajid K. Matthew, Head of the Department of Management Studies, to felicitate the Chief Guest. Thank you. We request everyone to kindly rise for the invocation, Tamil Thai Vartha, followed by Vande Mataram.
நீராறும் கடலுடுத்த நிலமடந்தை கெழிலொழுகும் சீராறும் மதனமென நிகழ்வகதர் கண்டனிதில் எக்கணமும் அதில் சிறந்த திராவிடனல் திருநாளும் தக்க சிறு நிலை முதலும் தரிதனரும் திலகமுமே அத்திலக வாசனை போல் அனைத்துலகும் இன்பமுற எத்திசையும் புகழ் மணக்க இருந்த பெரும் தமிழனங்கே தமிழனங்கே உன் சீரிழமை திறந்து என்று செய்ய மறந்து வாழ்த்துதுமே வாழ்த்துதுமே வாழ்த்துதுமே.
Before we begin with today's program, we request everyone to continue to remain standing as we observe a minute's silence in memory of our beloved friend Bharadwaj Uday Kumar. Thank you. You may please be seated. I invite our head of the department, Professor Saji K. Matthew, to welcome the gathering and present the report of the department's activities for the year 2025-26.
Honorable Chief Guest Mr. Ram Kumar, my colleague and department coordinator Professor Ashinder Kaur, dear colleagues, staff members, parents, guests from industry, alumni and my dearest students. Today on the 63rd Convocation of IIT Madras, I join the celebrating minds of our dear students, their families and loved ones. This department degree distribution program during the IIT Madras Convocation marks a significant milestone for our graduating students. You must have entered the classy facade of DoMS 2, 3 or more years ago with smile on faces and butterflies flying inside. Today, as you graduate from IIT Madras, I congratulate you as a teacher, along with my faculty colleagues whose dedication to the profession of academics must have helped you quite a lot. In the next few minutes, let me take you through certain key highlights of DoMS during the academic year 2025-2026, which ended on June 30th, 2026. Last year, standing here, I spoke about the trees of this green campus, how they stand as if independent and separate from each other above the ground, while below their roots intertwine and feed on the same soil. This year, our outgoing MBA students set that thought to the theme of Samanvay, our MBA festival, a word that itself means harmony. The Samanvay theme read Roots in Legacy, Roots to the Future. Our roots go deep into IIT Madras ecosystem, an institute ranked number 1 in the NIRF 2025 overall category, and that is where our rhythm begins. In a technology institute, business education does not play solo. It plays an ensemble with engineering, with data, with science. And this is what makes our programs distinct from those of standalone business schools. DoMS is ranked number 13 in India in the NIRF management category, and we intend to climb in reputation. Let me tell you how. On 21st February 2026, IIT Madras launched the Bachelor of Science in Management and Data Science, the newest program of DoMS at the undergraduate level. Listen to that program name, Management Intersecting with Data Science. With this launch, DoMS now teaches management from the bachelor's to the doctoral level. A department that began with a single MBA classroom in 2001, of which some of my colleagues sitting here are witnesses, now reaches learners across the country and the world. Now, to this august audience, let me brief about our programs one by one. Our MBA program began in 2001 and it is a full-time residential program. We have 86 students graduating this year with MBA degrees, 60 men and 26 women. The final placement season concluded successfully with more than 30 organizations offering roles across consulting, analytics, finance, marketing, and operations. The median salary this year is 18 lakhs per annum, and the highest salary is 34 lakhs per annum. I'm also very delighted to inform you that we thoroughly revised the MBA curriculum, a journey led by Professor Lata Dera, which took more than 6 months. Finally, following a benchmarking method, we introduced 8 new courses into the MBA curriculum in the first year and 15 new electives in the second year, and also 2 cross-functional specializations on sustainability and AI. Our MBA program is revamped. Our executive MBA program targeting working professionals began in 2018. This is the program which brings the tempo of industry into our classrooms every alternate weekend. We have 56 EMBA students graduating this year. The postgraduate executive program in Visionary Leadership in Manufacturing, or VLM in short, is jointly offered by 3 institutions, IIM Calcutta, IIT Kanpur, and IIT Madras. This year's batch traveled to Japan for their international immersion, where they applied research frameworks to live industry problems at Nagoya University. We have 40 students graduated from the VLM program at IIM Calcutta from this program. We have 2 research programs, the Master of Science by Research and the doctoral program, PhD. This year, 15 scholars graduate with their PhD degrees and 4 with their MS degrees. PhDs from DoMS contribute to joint faculty positions in IIMs and IITs. Our contribution of talents to management education in this country. Our interdisciplinary dual degree programs are perhaps the purest expression of our essence. Engineers of IIT Madras learning to move with technology and business without missing a beat. Today, 35 students graduate in quantitative finance, receiving their certificates from the School of Interdisciplinary Studies in IIT Madras. Student recognition and awards. Our research scholars won 6 Best Paper Awards and runner-up recognitions this year at the IIMs and at international venues in Adelaide and Singapore. Priya Soy Pulikil, our PhD scholar guided by Professor Rupashri Baral, pursuing a joint doctorate at the University of Technology, Sydney, won both the first prize and the People's Choice Award at the 3-minute thesis competition of the UTS Business School. Christy Maria, guided by Professor Varisha Rahman, was awarded the NASME Research Grant in 2025. Sneh Singhania, under the guidance of Professor Richa Agarwal, received the Best Paper Award at CIRE conference held in IIM Indore. These are a few representative awards that our scholars won. Among our MBA students, Deepak Venkateshan won the first prize in Consumerize 2025, organized by General Mills. In another national competition, a team of our first-year students finished first runner-up at Casino 2026, organized by Grant Thornton Bharat. Another team reached the semi-finals in Trilitics, jointly organized by IIM Calcutta, IIT Kharagpur, and ISA Kolkata. Our EMBA students won the Happiness Hackathon 2025 for their project Shadow Eyes, and Kumar Gaurav of EMBA won the second prize for Best Article at IIM Udaipur, selected from over 900 submissions. Accreditation. Our ASESB accreditation journey, which began with membership in 2021, is now in an advanced stage. In January 2026, the regional head of ASESB for South Asia visited us to work out the next steps. This accreditation will bring us parity with leading business schools of India and the world. Faculty. The real strength of our department is in our faculty, our priceless resources. DoMS is 24 core faculty members carrying teaching and research experience from institutions across the world. Last year, one of our veterans, Professor R.P. Sundarraj, superannuated. He is present with us today. After making significant contributions to the department and to the information systems discipline. I also believe some of our former faculty members have joined us, and very thankful to them for joining us. Professor C. Rajendran. Okay, so they are around us all the time. If you visit our website, we can also see the former faculty of DoMS today. Alongside, we had a few distinctly valuable additions to our faculty group. Professor Alok Ori, former President and Managing Director of Dell Technologies, joined us as Professor of Practice. Professor Vinay Patel, Professor of Finance at the University of Technology, Sydney, joined us as Raju Venkatraman Chair Professor. Professor P.V. Balakrishnan, Professor of Marketing at the University of Washington, Bothell School of Business, and Professor Vishwanath Venkatesh, eminent scholar and Verizon Chair of Business Information Technology at Virginia Tech. Both of them joined us as honorary visiting faculty. DoMS' reputation continues to grow. Professor Arshinda Kaur received the Rajan Varadarajan Outstanding Researcher Award at IIT Madras in November 2025. Professor G. Srinivasan received the Teaching Excellence Award at IIT Madras in September 2025. In terms of research output, our faculty members and scholars published over 100 research papers in reputed journals during the academic year 2025-26. To be precise, 105 publications. Besides papers presented in international and national conferences. Professor R.K. Amit's book, Game Theory with Applications in Operation Management, published by Springer Nature, was translated to German language. Moving on with the rhythm, Professor Thillai Rajan co-edited a book titled The Symphony of Innovation on Startups, Ecosystems and Risk Capital. Leading in research, faculty members of the department also have lent leadership in management research in different disciplines. Professor Tenmudi chaired 8th Pan-IIT International Conference on Financial Markets and Corporate Finance, ICF-MCF, in IIT Madras during July 3 to 5, a conference which he initiated in DoMS 8 years ago, witnessed participants from India and abroad, with global academic leaders in finance as keynote speakers. On 2nd January this year, Dr. Imon Chakraborty of the Information Systems area coordinated a one-day workshop on contextualizing contemporary IS research, theory, methods, and practice, which also brought together global experts of the field, such as Professor Vishwanath Venkatesh and Professor Atrey of National University of Singapore. Engagement with industry and government. Bernard Shaw's satire is well known: those who can do, those who can't teach. But our faculty members not only teach but also do. Our engagements with industry and government do exactly that through centers, labs, sponsored projects, and executive training. We have CREST for Research and Startups and Risk Financing, which is a center funded by Professor Thillai Rajan. The FedEx Smart Center for Supply Chains, led by Professor Arshinda Kaur. The Deep Lab for Decision Engineering and Pricing, led by Professor Amit. The CAMS IITM FinTech Innovation Lab, led by Professor Tenmudi. The Behavior Lab of Professor Lada Deram. The Accessibility Research Center, where the speaker, Professor Saji, is a member. The Raki Center for the Science of Happiness, Professor Rupashri Baral and Professor S. Srinivasan. So you can see several labs and centers which actually foster industry-relevant research and engagement actively placed inside DoMS, some of them outside physically, but our department faculty contributing to these initiatives. The projects of our faculty this year span an extraordinary range, from impact assessment of the Jal Jeevan Mission, rural water schemes in Uttar Pradesh, to forecasting and inventory management for the Indian Navy, to Gen AI training programs by FedEx, and so on. I'm sorry if I'm missing anything very important. It's based on the annual report. 2 endowment lectures brought distinguished voices to the department. Mr. Arun Kumar Parameshwaran of Salesforce delivered the Sri R. Natarajan Memorial Endowment Lecture titled Leading in the Machine Age, Does the Past Matter? And at the 43rd EFSI Endowment Lecture, Mr. Bhuvan Anantakrishnan of Caterpillar spoke on the last MBA of the Jurassic Age. The 8th edition of Embark, our executive MBA Business Fest, was held under the theme A World in Flux, Resetting Rules, Rethinking Roles. Entrepreneurship and Startups. Professor Thillai Rajan founded Vinos Venture Engine in 2017, which has today become India's largest startup investor platform. The platform boasts of a coverage of more than 333,000 startups, 1,500 incubators, 14,000 angel investors, 6,500 VCs, 110 government funding agencies, 1,100 banks and financial institutions. Vinos is another instance of a world-class product emerging from the IIT Madras ecosystem, founded by Professor Thalirajan of our department. Professor G. Arun Kumar co-founded Western Villages, incubated by IITM Incubation Cell and Reserve Bank Innovation Hub. Western Villages seeks to de-risk the financially excluded by increasing their access to affordable, fair, and responsible financial services by providing data analysis, rating and tracking services to banks, microfinance institutions, P2P platforms, and governments interested in lending to the financially excluded. International relations. 13 of our MBA students spent exchange quarters this year in Germany and Austria at TU Munich, Mannheim, Passau, Duisburg, Essen, EBS, and Innsbruck. 2 of our PhD scholars are pursuing joint doctorates in Australia at UTS and Curtin University. Through this year, scholars from NUS Singapore, Virginia Tech, Queen's Belfast, and the University of Texas walked our corridors along with delegations from Japan. Diversity and social impact. Our faculty teach to the country through the NPTEL platform, aligning with SDG 4 on quality education. Our diversity efforts contribute to SDG 5 on gender equality, and centers like the Accessibility Research Center contribute to SDG 10 on reduced inequalities. Our staff. We have a dedicated team of 5 permanent staff members in addition to 9 staff members on contracts. The dedication of our staff members fuels the success of our endeavors. Today, as our graduates receive their degree certificates in hand, I must recognize the dedicated hard work of our staff members, often beyond their duty hours. These unsung heroes toil hard for getting our infrastructure ready, computers running, and admission smooth. They run the last miles to the academic section for paperwork and get coffee and snacks in your hands. One of our staff members, Mr. Jeevaratnam, had a fall a month ago, and the rest of our department ran to his support. He is recovering while working for the department even while he is on medical leave. What more can I say to celebrate the commitment of work of our staff members? Looking forward, we constituted a formal advisory board with eminent faculty from leading schools of India and abroad, and a range of industry leaders from across the world. The board met on 26/6/2026 and spoke their impatience in 3 words: recruit, build, expand. The clarion played with a piercing sound. Last year I told you that DoMS has completed 20 years, reaching the age of adulthood. Alongside, DoMS MBA program completed 25 years, forming a DoMS 2025 coincidence. We are starting a 12-month celebration on this theme. We are looking forward. Dear graduates, you are stepping into the machine age. The tools will keep changing under your feet. Let them be less rigid, be open, but keep your roots. Roots do not hold a tree back. They are the reason it can stand in the wind. And take the essence of DoMS of IIT Madras with you. Do not fear technology. Don't be technophobes. Technology is fun, like music. Move in rhythm with it. Make it your assistant, your friend, your collaborator, your comrade, but never your master. Last year, I ended with John Lennon. It's always good to get insights from non-management fields on management. This is a lesson I've learned from top leaders. They don't read management textbooks to learn lessons. So this year, let me end with another musician, Bob Dylan, the only songwriter to win the Nobel Prize in Literature. May your hands always be busy. May your feet always be swift. May you have a strong foundation when the winds of change shift. Forever young, Bob Dylan. I congratulate the class of 2026, their parents, their families. Wish you all the best. Thank you very much. Ram Kumar sir, we are waiting to listen to you very soon. You will have a formal introduction. I thank you once again for joining us on this very important event in the life of our students. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Saji. I now invite Professor Ashinder Kaur, D3P 2026 Convocation Chair, to introduce our Honorable Chief Guest.
A very good afternoon to all of you. It is my privilege to introduce our Honorable Chief Guest of D3P program of Department of Management Studies today. We are very happy to have Mr. Ramkumar Narayanan. He is Executive Vice President and Head of India and Philippines at FIS, Fidelity Information System, where he leads large-scale technology, modernization, platform engineering, enterprise services, and the Global Enterprise AI Technology Enablement Organization, driving AI adoption and next-generation intelligent capabilities across FIS platform and applications worldwide. With more than 3 decades of leadership experience across the financial and technology sectors, he has held senior roles at VMware, eBay, Yahoo, and Microsoft, leading transformative initiatives in digital innovation, product development, operational excellence, and business growth. A highly respected industry leader, Mr. Ramkumar Narayanan has been a strong advocate for India's technology ecosystem through his leadership with NASSCOM, including serving on the NASSCOM Executive Council and as a chairperson of the Product and Deep Tech Startup Council, where he has championed innovation, startups, and the growth of India's global capability center ecosystem. Recognized for building high-performing teams and driving large-scale transformation, he continues to shape the future of technology and AI-led innovation at global scale. We welcome you, Mr. Ramnarayanan. So we will request Mr. Ramnarayanan to address the gathering today.
Good afternoon. Can you hear me okay? All right. Distinguished faculty, proud families, and most importantly, the graduating class of this year. Congratulations. I mean that sincerely, not as a formality, not just because you finished a demanding program in one of the leading institutes of the country. I mean it because you are graduating, you're stepping into the world at a genuinely pivotal moment, one that I think we will look back and recognize as one of the most interesting times to have started a career. I want to spend a few minutes with you today, not to give you a list of things to do, but to share some things I wish someone had told me when I was sitting where you are sitting now, 26 years ago, when I graduated with my MBA. One of the things that I've learned over the last 26 years after my MBA has been that the future belongs to those who learn continuously, adapt quickly, think independently, lead responsibly, and stay grounded in their values. You are the AI generation. 26 years ago, like I said, I wish I were where you are today. Graduating into the middle of what has come to be called the internet revolution. What followed were 2.5 decades that took me across the internet, mobile, cloud, and consumer technology boom. There were headwinds, there were tailwinds. There were moments I had no idea what was coming next, or I had no idea what I was going to do or doing. But on balance, I say this with the full awareness that it sounds like something a person would say when things have worked out. It has been an extraordinary journey. And not done yet, I must say. You're graduating into something that feels different to me this time in an important way. The revolutions I have lived through changed what we did. The one that is changing now is how we think and how we work. AI is not simply a more powerful smartphone. It is reshaping how knowledge is created, how expertise is defined, and what it means to add value. And unlike those earlier waves, this one compounds not over decades, but at the speed of knowledge. November 30th, 2022, some of you may remember that date, that changed the world the way we knew it when OpenAI released ChatGPT to the world. At a personal level, I saw the possibilities I had seen in 1994 when the internet started, and I got my first glimpse of what a visual browser looked like. Some of you may not believe that there was an era before the internet where we did not have a visual browser. We couldn't type something into a, into a search bar and get results from it. The most important capability you're going to need, more than any functional skill, more than any certification, is the ability to keep reinventing yourself. That and the emotional groundedness to do it without losing who you are in the process, because you are not starting your careers in a stable environment. I'm sorry to say that, but that is the truth. You are starting an era of constant change. And if you can get comfortable with that, not just tolerate it, but truly get comfortable with it, but actually lean into it, you will have an advantage that is very hard to manufacture. That is the power of what you are now graduating into. I want to spend a little bit of time talking about what the future is likely to reward, because I think that's the question I get from everybody. People like yourselves who are starting a career journey, people who are in the mid stage of their career journey, or people who are at the end of their career journey. They have a constant question: what will the future reward? The defining characteristic of modern industry is no longer about scale. It is not about how big you are. It is not about how many people who are part of your organization. It is not about how many people who report to you. It is not about a lot of those things that had meant in the industrial era, or even in the technology era that we just have seen go by. It is adaptability. Many of you will spend years in roles that have not been invented yet, solving problems that have not yet been articulated yet, using tools that do not exist yet. That is not a threat. This is actually the most exciting version of a career you could have. When I look back on mine, those are the things. I did not know what roles I will have. I did not know what new things will come up. And that's exactly what we are facing as we get into the AI generation. But to make the most of it, there are three things I believe you'll never go out of fashion, regardless of how much the landscape changes. Number one, stay curious. Not as a personality trait that you're born with or without, but as a deliberate professional habit. The people who remain relevant across multiple cycles of change are not always the most technically gifted. They are the ones who are still genuinely asking the questions decades or years later into their career about what, why, and why does it matter. Curiosity is not optional. It is a survival skill. Second is to build expertise. In a world drowning in information, and we are getting more and more information, we are getting deluged by information. Depth is what is genuinely scarce. Anyone can have an opinion. Very few people have earned the right to have one through sustained serious work in a domain. Build that. Not because it will protect you from AI. Nothing will protect you from AI if you're not willing to keep learning, but because expertise is what makes your judgment worth trusting. Third, deliver. The currency to do all of the above is really everything else is secondary other than getting things done. I have seen brilliant people fail because they could not follow through. And I have seen people with no particular pedigree build outstanding careers because they consistently did what they said they would do and were trusted. Technology changes, strategies change, the value of a person who gets things done does not. I have spent years developing a personal framework for which I absorb new information, connected to what I already know, and more importantly, let go of what is no longer useful. I would encourage you to do the same, not to copy anyone else's system, but find one that works for you. AI, we keep talking about it, there's you can't miss it in the narrative, is actually a new colleague. I want to say something more directly because I think there is a lot of unnecessary anxiety about this. AI is not your competition. AI is your colleague, and increasingly it is your most capable one. It is a friend, a philosopher, and a guide, if you may. The question is not whether it will affect your career. It will. That is a guarantee. The question is whether you are the kind of person who uses it to multiply what you can do, or whether you are a kind of person who keeps doing things the old-fashioned way because that's the way things have been done, until that is no longer an option or it is no longer valid. I know which one I would rather be. I hope you do as well. The career model that previous generations followed, including mine, was to join a company or a few, grow within it by working diligently up the ladder, stay till the end of your career, and be gone at the end of it. However, what you're entering is a world of multiple industries, multiple roles, continuous reinvention, all at the same time perhaps. And you are competing not just locally, but in a genuinely global marketplace of talent that is rapidly becoming AI proficient. That raises the stakes, but it also opens a door that did not exist for any other previous generations, if you are willing to walk through it. The next piece I want to touch upon is what really matters, which is your reputation. The brand you're building. When people hear the name personal brand or they think about personal branding, they tend to think about LinkedIn or social media or putting themselves out there, and in your generation perhaps creating reels and getting more likes and the dopamine hits that come with it. That is not what I mean. Your personal brand is something much simpler and far more consequential. It is what people say about you when you are not in the room. And here is the thing that I want you to really hear. You're already building it from the first project that you join, the first team you're part of, the first commitment you make. Every one of those interactions is adding to a body of evidence about who you are as a professional. The only question is whether you're doing it deliberately or by accident. I would ask you to focus on 5 things: expertise, results, communication, empathy. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I don't think it'll stay. Let me repeat that again. I would like you to focus on 5 things: expertise, results, communication, empathy, and integrity. The first 3 will get you into a room, which is expertise, results, and communication. The last 2 will determine what happens once you are there. And I can't emphasize it enough that empathy and integrity are as important as any skill that you may have. Technical skills open doors, but integrity is what keeps them open. I have watched technically exceptional people lose the trust of their colleagues and organizations because of a gap in character. And I have watched people with far more modest credentials build outstanding careers of genuine impact because they were simply trustworthy. The market for trustworthy people never gets saturated. There is also the human advantage that we need to keep in mind as we talk about AI. As AI becomes more capable, and be assured that it will become significantly more capable, faster than most people expect, faster than more people will actually are ready for, there is one thing, the premium, which will only go up, not down, and that is trust. I keep coming back to this word trust because it's not speed, not information, not even creativity in the narrow sense of the word. Trust. AI can analyze data faster than any person. It can write, model, summarize, and predict. But I cannot sit across a table from someone who's nervous about a decision that is needed to be made and make them feel genuinely confident about making that decision. It cannot build the kind of credibility that causes someone to say, I don't fully understand this, but I trust that person's judgment. That is the human capacity, and in a world where almost everything else can be automated, it becomes more valuable by the day, not less. 4 things I hope you will remember as we close. I want to leave you with 4 things, not frameworks, not bullets, not PowerPoint slides, not case studies, just 4 honest observations from someone who has been on this journey longer than you and has the privilege of being in this industry for a long time. First, careers are not linear. I akin them to a roller coaster. It's ups, downs, sideways, over, upside down, and so on. They are not supposed to be. Some of the best things that have happened to me professionally arrived wrapped in uncertainty and even a big setback. Stay curious enough to see the opportunity in that, grounded enough to not panic when the plans change on you abruptly, and brave enough to embrace it with all the uncertainty that brings with it. There is nothing called perfect decision making. Second, at some point, your success will stop being about yourself or about you personally. It is about what the people around you achieve because of you. That shift from an individual contributor to a genuine leader is one of the most significant transitions you will make. Be generous with what you know, be kind, be giving. The people who remember you will remember how you treated them far more than what they will remember what you delivered. Third, skills create opportunities, character compounds them. I have said that in various forms throughout this address because I believe it deeply. Values, authenticity, humility, these are not soft parts of your career, they are the load-bearing walls. And fourth, never stop rewriting your own story. The person who walks out of this auditorium today is not the finished version of you. Your best professionals I have had the privilege of knowing, people I genuinely admire, who are role models and mentors of mine, are the ones who never stop treating their own growth as a project worth taking seriously. The world you are stepping into is complex, it is uncertain, there are days ahead where it will feel genuinely disorienting, but it is also full of possibilities. More than at any point, I can remember for those who are prepared to keep learning, to lead with integrity, and to stay grounded in what actually matters. You are that generation. You are the ones who will build what comes next. Go build it well. Congratulations and carpe diem.
Thank you so much, sir, for dignifying us with your presence and your words of wisdom today. We will definitely take it to our heart and implement it in our life. And now, we come to the highlight of this afternoon, the distribution of prizes and degrees to our graduating students. As names are called out, graduates are requested to please come up to the dais to receive their prizes and degrees. Prizes will be presented by our chief guest and degrees will be conferred by the head of the department. Graduates will be entering from your left side of the stage and exit through the right side.
No, give me the list.
I will invite you. I'll invite you.
Yeah.
I now invite Professor Ashinder Kaur to conduct the prize and degree distribution process. These three are the names of gold medalists. This is
Okay. And followed by this. Yeah. Okay. So we'll start with our prize distribution. The Institute Merit Prize. The student with the best academic record in MBA program, the gold medal goes to Manoj Kumar. Institute Merit Prize. The student with the best academic record in Executive MBA program, the silver medal goes to Mr. Arun Aguram. Professor C. Rajendran MBA Awards with multiple donors. For Best MBA Outgoing Student Award among students specializing in Operations Management and Data Analytics. Silver medal goes to Amalvin Joan. So may I call upon the prize winners to come and deliver acceptance speech. First, I would invite Mr. Manoj Kumar.
So, good afternoon everyone, and congratulations to all the graduates. Standing here today is truly a special moment for me. It was always my dream to do B.Tech in IIT Madras, but that didn't happen. So when I got an opportunity to do my MBA here, I did not think twice before accepting it. Looking back, after 2 wonderful years, I can confidently say that it was one of the best decisions I ever made. This journey would not have been possible without the support of many people. First and foremost, I would like to thank my parents for always believing in me and trusting my decisions. I would also like to express my sincere gratitude to all our faculty members, faculty advisor Prathamesh sir, the research scholars, technical and support staff who have guided and supported us throughout this journey. A special thanks to my close friends Prakash, Damodaran, Sai Siddhish for standing by me and helping me throughout some of the toughest times. Your support means a lot to me and I will always be grateful for it. As we move on to the next chapter of our life, I wish all my fellow graduates success, happiness and fulfillment in both your personal and professional journeys. Once again, thank you and all the very best.
Now, Arun.
Good evening, everybody, and thank you to the chief guest for this prize. Thank you to the head of the department, the faculty, and everyone at DoMS who put up with us for 2 straight years and somehow still showed up here today to watch us collect our proof. The EMBA program, it's an interesting concept. 5 days of work, 2 days of study. None of us knew what we signed up for in 2023. Sometimes I'm not sure if I still do. One of our professors told us something in the first few months of the course that has stayed with me ever since. An engineering degree prepares you for work, an MBA prepares you for life. So simple, yet quite profound. 2.5 years later, I'm not sure I can say it any better. We learned the what, how and why of business, the what, how and why of money, and it turns out the what, how and why of life. Our batch, a stratified random sample, is an eclectic an incredible bunch of people from across the country, across different cultures, across different age groups, and across different parts of the economy. Over the past 2 years, people found new jobs, they moved cities, some got married, some became new fathers, some found business partners at DoMS, some found life partners at DoMS, and through it all, every version of life happening to all of us, there was only one common thread. We all showed up at DoMS every other Saturday, rain or shine, near or far, and that's the real degree if you ask me, the showing up for us EMBA students. As Professor LPS once said, ROI is not written on investment, it's written on intellect. 6 months out of EMBA, I'm watching that compound at my job, at work, at home, and in life. Speaking of home, I want to thank my parents, my in-laws, and my brother for their support, which brings me to the one person who really got this degree without getting the degree. My wife, my rock. She held down the fort at home, sacrificed a lot, so I could be trying to figure out my what, how, and why of life, and I could not be more grateful for her. Thank you to the institute, to the professors and department staff, to my wonderful batchmates, and to everyone who kept the lights on while we figured out our what, how, and why. Congrats, everybody. We made it.
We'll have Amalvin now.
So, good afternoon, everyone. It is a great honor to receive the Professor C. Rajendran MBA Award I'm sincerely grateful to the Department of Management Studies, IIT Madras, for this opportunity and this recognition. Professor C. Rajendran sir is one of the most brilliant professors I had the privilege of learning from during the 2 years of MBA here. I had just had one course with him, unfortunately, but within that one course, whenever you go to class, you can immediately tell that his level of knowledge was in a different plane of existence altogether compared to us. And to receive an award named after him is my esteemed honor. I would like to take a moment to thank my parents and my sister for their continuous support and unwavering belief in me throughout my academic journey. They have always pushed me to go higher and push my limits. The MBA journey for me has been quite a unique and surprising one, I would have to say. IIT Madras, when I first came in, was like an enormous institution that I could not get heads over tails on what to do or where to go. It was quite daunting at first. At the same time, the way I learned here was completely different from my undergrad or school. Every course here had its own structure, own expectation, and different methods of evaluation. These differences, I would say, really made my learning here the easiest and the best of my academic journey throughout my life. And learning here was just not about academics. A significant part of the experience came from peer learning, from simply observing others, interacting with the diverse cohort across India, and learning from their unique perspectives and experiences. Not to mention the countless insightful lectures conducted by the department, PlaceCom, Alcom, Mills, and so many other bodies have really helped me to grow beyond what I could have just through academics. I would like to thank all the faculty members for sharing their immense knowledge through their diverse teaching methods, and also all the non-faculty methods for helping us throughout. I would also like to thank my classmates and friends. The discussions, the teamwork, the shared experiences, and the mutual support throughout the course in and beyond the classroom really made my 2 years of MBA here memorable. Their support has been an integral part of my MBA experience. Once again, thank you for this incredible opportunity. Thank you.
So we will start our degree distribution program. I'll request Professor Sarji Matthew to give away the degrees to the graduates. I'll invite first Mr. Rudramurthy. We will award to the PhD degrees first. Bala Ganesh. Sameer Mehta.
Thank you.
Rohit Junjunwala. Shivaram Anant Krishnan. Riya Arora. S. Lian Biakul. Anukesh Walase. Varsha Mishra. Sneh Singhania. Vinod Kumar. Durga Devi. Harita. Priya. Now we will start with MS program. Samina Yasmin. Vivek Karna. Shubham Gupta. We'll start with the MBA program now. Adira. Ajmal. I want to remember that, so well. This is the revised one. Akash Prabhu. Akshay. Akshay. Amal Binjo. Amit Kumar Singh. Anand Pandey. Aravind Krishnan. Aryan Rajaram. Bhavya Dhingra. Chetan Prakash. A.M. Derek. E. Damodaran. R. Gayatri, Hardik Kulshrestha, Harita Shambhavi, Himani CS, S.G. Hoysla, Indresh, Karan Sudhir, Kurian Philip, Manhar, Manish Chaudhary, Manoj Kumar, Junaid, Navket Jha, Netra Jayaprakash, Nirmal Joseph, go. Nitish Raman, Ojas Satish Naik, Pallavi, go. Piyu Mandal, Pooja Hazarika, Prakash Roy, Purnav, Rajkumar, Rajneesh Kalita, Ramkumar Reddy, Anirudh Rama, Rohit Batra, Sahiti, Sahiti, Sai Niharika, Sankalp Gajanan, Sanskar, Sanskar, Satyam Podar, Sejal Bagga, Sejal Bagga, Vigneshwaran, Sheshan, Shinjini Roy, Shinjini Roy, Shravan, Shrutika, wait. Shrutika, Siddiq, Siddiq, Saurav S. Kulkarni, Srinath, NG Srinivas, Shruti, Subiksha, Supratim De, Supratim De, Swati Priya, Tabu Ginarapu, Vineet, Vineet, Vinita, Johan, Kanak Agarwal, Atul Kumar, A Manish, Prashil Bagde, Revan, Satyam Fasle, Amalvin Joe, now we will start with Executive MBA program. Aishwarya, Akshata, Anand Babu, Aparna ji, Arun, Ashwin Gopal, Aisha Banu, Bharatraj, Bharatraj, Bhavna Sridhar, Dinesh Kumar, Ganesh Rajmohan, Garima, Giridharan, Gyan Shekharan, Hari Venkatesh, Hari Priya, Jabisha, Jivita, Jemima Catherine, Jitin Raj, Jose Frank, Karthik, Kirtana, Mari Vijay, Mohammad Jabir, Muthukuri Dhyan, Naveen, Nipuna, Nirmal Kumar, Dinesh, Shashank, Pooja Pradhan, Prakash, T.M. Premdasan, Punahai, S. Rajamanikam, Ratish Kumar, Sajid, Sanjeev Nistal, Santosh Kumar, Sarah Joseph, Seema Vijay, Seema Vijay, R. Selvam, K. S. Seshasai, Subhadra, Subhash Chandra Bose, Sugirta, Sujit Prasad, Tamidasu, P. Umapati, D. Vignesh, Vignesh Kumar, Vignesh, S. Vignesh. Vigneshwar. Vigneshwar. Vijay Kumar Desing. So hearty congratulations to all the students who received degree today.
Thank you to our chief guest and our HOD for distributing the prizes and the degrees. As a token of gratitude, we request Professor Saji to present a memento to our chief guest. We now request everyone to please rise for the national anthem.
पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
I request everyone to be please seated as the chief guest leaves. Thank you all for being a part of this memorable occasion. On behalf of the department, we congratulate our graduates once again and wish them the very best for the future. A big cheers to each one of you being a part of the DoMS and IIT's legacy as a student, and from now on in the best role of our cherished alumni. You are one of our ambassadors and champions. We wish you the best experience in life as you start the next chapter of your journey. And this brings us to the close of today's program. And I would request you to collect the refreshments right in front of the gate that you have entered from, which is right behind you. In front of that, refreshments are being arranged. I request the parents to leave first, followed by the students. And I also want to make you aware about the monkeys that might be outside who might be waiting for snatching your plates. So be aware of that too. And we request everyone to kindly clear the hall promptly so that the next department ceremony can begin on schedule. Please ensure you carry your personal belongings with you as you leave the hall. Thank you very much. Please do not rush. Parents first, followed by the students. I repeat, do not rush. Let the parents leave first, followed by the students.